Now, Kaylee and Anthony's relationship timeline was accelerated somewhat due to a series of administrative errors at the United States Customs and Immigration Services. Anthony's hand was forced when he was staring down the barrel of a deportation gun. Now, the choice was either get married on an expedited timeline or part ways forever. The two of them then ended up with a pseudo-eloping in a family separation courthouse in March 2019 to a judge whose final scheduled spot on Friday was reserved specifically for weddings. While it was presumably against statutory courthouse guidelines, the judge allowed Kaylee and Anthony to bring in bottles of champagne into the courthouse for celebration. After the ceremony, the two of them, along with a small group of family and close friends, how many were there? Can we see some hands? Yes. You celebrated by popping the champagne in the Sketty Park across the street in 40 degrees weather. Well, I'm glad we don't have 40 degrees today. We have a wonderful breeze. And this will become a special place for you, and I hope you have a chance to come back here many, many more times. Kaylee, you are born and raised South African. Your first trip to South Africa with Anthony was for Duncan's 21st and Cindy's wedding. Anthony immediately fell in love with South Africa, and you decided that you would like to throw a wedding in South Africa and unite your families on this day. Wonderful that this moment and day has truly arrived. They asked me to lead us in a short little word of prayer. Let's pray. I'd like to begin the prayer with a poem by a Cape Town poet, Shabir Banubai, who says, "There is no rain as life-giving as generosity. There is no seed as alive as knowledge. There is no cloud as protective as modesty, and there is no soil as fertile as gratitude." Gracious God, we give you thanks for all these aspects of this moment and realities of their lives. A wonderful generosity of spirit, a modesty of heart, a deep knowledge of their love for each other, and a deep sense of gratitude for this moment and their commitment to each other. And so we ask to bless their promise, to allow them to weave patterns clear to all of us of love, of faithfulness, and of respect. Amen. Every ceremony needs to have a good reading that kind of stays with the couple. You've chosen a short and succinct reading that's easy to learn by heart, and it comes from the philosopher Albert Camus, who says, "Don't walk in front of me, I may not follow. Don't walk behind me, I may not lead. Walk beside me and be my best friend." Well, the short reading makes it clear that you are standing here in absolute equals, affirming each other in your journey, who you are. In the last years, you've noticed how powerful it can be to be a team and to affirm each other and to want not only the best for one's relationship, but the best for each other. And in that way, you've brought out the best in each other, and who you are here today is really shaped by the one who will say, "I do" to you today. That's very much in the spirit of Ubuntu that we celebrate in South Africa, where we say, "We are because you are. I am because you are." It's a sense of community. It's a realization that who we are is not something that we bring forth by ourselves, but that always happens in relationship. And so each one of you here has known them for a certain while. You have walked with them a certain period in their life, and you've all kind of are part of this beautiful Ubuntu moment, because who they are is very much made of by who you are, and you who you have been to them. Don't walk in front of me. I may not lead, not behind me. I may not follow, and be just my best friend by walking beside me. South Africans have wonderful proverbs on these kind of journeys that you're embarking today. They say, for example, that to walk slowly is to walk far. They also remind us that there are journeys in life where you actually hope to never arrive, but you always feel there's more to achieve and more to discover. There are journeys in life where no matter what you bring to the journey, no matter what provisions you have, what matters in that moment is that you are with a companion who will be there for you to offer you what you will need on the journey. And we are delighted that you found each other in these unusual circumstances. I'm glad, Anthony, that you insisted on her telephone number and that together you pulled through all the little hurdles and that you are able today in a very relaxed atmosphere to actually make your promise to each other, and they will surprise each other with their vows. They haven't shared them with each other, and so this will be really an exchange from heart to heart, face to face, the closest one can come to innocence. Will there be a dance tonight? We'll try. I'm asking because did you notice that a good wedding ceremony is a little bit like a dance? Because you hear the music, the bagpipes, a wonderful invitation. And then Kaylee arrives in the front and Anthony's waiting on the dancing floor, ready to engage. Because life and love is always a little bit like a dance. Usually before a dance happens some negotiation, and then comes the presentation. And presentation means that we are present, slightly leaning forward, offering a little bit of resistance so that the other person knows, I'm here, I'm present, I want to make this work together. And then comes the embrace. And that happens when you offer your promise to each other. And then come the first steps that will lead you out there on the recessional onto the dancing floor and the party that is, I'm sure, to follow tonight. So, Kaylee and Anthony, I hope that I have prepared you a little bit for this moment. And before we proceed for the actual vows, we will have what is called a lighting of the candles. We have a wedding candle here, and Anthony and Kaylee will light their individual candles, and then they will light their new candle of life together, symbolizing the union into which you enter together, but also acknowledging that this is also a new beginning for the two of you. Could I ask our pipers please to play? All right, could I ask you to all use your imagination for a moment? I see a beautiful flame over here, and we'll try again tonight. Thank you. Lovely. Thank you. Well done. I invite you now to, first of all, offer each other your hands and to feel the touch of your hands and to remember that on this journey, Kayleen, Anthony, sometimes you don't need any words. A simple touch can say so much more than words. In life, there are small conversations and there are big conversations. Today is a big conversation, and I'm delighted that you will be offering your own personal vows. Who's going to start? Yeah, Kaylee's going to be first.
Okay.
And I'd like you to hold the mic in one hand. You need to be there. Lovely. And you can maybe support her one hand when you hold it up. Just hold the one hand. Perfect. And bring it close.
Oh boy. Okay. Anthony, thank you. Thank you for wanting to marry me not once, but twice. Our story is far from the norm, but look at us now. Married. Thank you for being so selfless. You have changed my life in so many wonderful ways. The past 5 years have been not easy, but I'm so glad we put in the hard work and kept on trying. When I first moved to the United States, I never thought I'd be lucky enough to find someone like you. One of my favorite memories from first meeting you is when you said, "Please mind the gap," in your awful British accent as your pickup line. Since then, you've made me so happy. Thank you for making me coffee every single morning and waking me up with a forehead kiss. Thank you for motivating me to be the best version of myself. Thank you for being so supportive during my college years. My ugly cry during homework would have turned many people away, but you stayed. You may not know this, but one of my favorite things about you is your ridiculous dance moves that you do with a little joyful smirk on your face. I deeply admire your determination and passion for your coding, your work, your fitness, and the love you have for your friends and family. As your wife, I promise to go to as many concerts with you as my eardrums can handle. I promise to go with you to Iowa State's games, but I can't promise to love Iowa State as much as you. I promise to be the best travel buddy and pack healthy snacks, and I promise to make you as happy as you make me. There is not enough time with you, and I will not take our time for granted. I'm so incredibly grateful to have you as my husband, and I'll spend the rest of my life loving you. I love you.
Take your time.
Can I give you this?
Kaylee, I still remember setting eyes on you for the first time at 2:30 in the morning at Johnny Cause. Feels like yesterday. You've grown so much as a person since then. You graduated college, you've got a green card, a post-college graduate job, and recently became an American citizen. You are my rock, and you are my stone. You're with me to celebrate my successes and to pick me up from my failures. I promise to love you every day. I will lift you up when you fall, and I will push you to be the best you. I will be patient when you are frustrated and can't clearly articulate why exactly. Just like you're patient with me when I'm enraged at Iowa State sucking in multiple sports. I promise to bring you coffee every morning before I drag you to the gym at 5:30. I promise to cherish you and cherish the bonds we have together. I love you.
Not yet.
Instinct. Have it.
Thank you. Put the phone back. So, as a seal and sign of the covenant of marriage into which you have entered, I now ask for the rings to be given and received. Take them out. Take them out, yeah. Slowly. Good, thank you. Kayleen, Anthony, these rings are a beautiful symbol for the unbroken circle of love. We know that love freely given has no beginning and no end, no giver and no receiver. Each is the giver and each is the receiver. So may the rings that you now exchange always remind you of this day and of your promise to each other. Why don't you take her ring first? Hold her hand, and before you put it on, hold her hand. Ask her, will you love me well and love me truly?
Will you love me well and love me truly?
I will.
Then with this ring I thee wed.
With this ring I be wed.
Right, take his ring. Sorry, my throat. Hold his hand, maybe take the other hand.
Do you want to try the other hand?
Ask him, will you love me well and love me truly?
Oh God. Will you love me well and will you love me truly?
I will.
Then with this ring I thee wed.
Then with this ring, I then wed. Thee wed.
Dear Kaylee and Anthony, it's now with great joy that I pronounce you husband and wife once again and invite you to seal your marriage with the ultimate kiss.
Why